Even the planet itself is in a period of change and transition. We see it all around us. We're moving from an old order into a new order. Some say it began with the Aquarian Age. Astrologers like to describe it this way, but astrology, numerology, palmistry, and all those other methodologies are just ways of describing life. They explain life in slightly different terms using different languages. The astrologers say that we're moving out of the Piscean Age and into the Aquarian Age now. In the Piscean Age, we reached outside ourselves and looked to others to save us. We looked for others to do it for us. But in the Aquarian Age, which we're entering now, people are beginning to look within and find that they have the power to save themselves. This is a wonderfully liberating thing for us. Some people get frightened because it seems like a responsibility, but actually we're discovering our ability to respond to life, not as victims, but in a way that gives us power. We're finding that we have a connection to what some call the higher power and what I call our higher self. So we can contribute to saving ourselves. And it's a wonderful feeling when you realize you don't have to be dependent on someone else, but know that you have tremendous abilities within you to make positive changes in your life. If we see ourselves as victims, we feel isolated, in pain, and in fear, always looking for someone else to fix things for us. But now we're taking responsibility for our own lives. We're beginning to understand how we can contribute to our experiences and how we can change those experiences if we don't like them. From the moment you decide to make a change until you get your demonstration, as we call it, or when you get what you want, there's a transitional period. This is when we're moving between the old order and the new order. It's a time of releasing old beliefs and old habits, of learning and practicing new beliefs, new feelings, new methods, and new behaviors. While you're getting those in place so that they become a natural part of your life, there's a lot of vacillation between the old and the new. You go back and forth between what you were and what you want to be or have. When you decide to release an old belief and create a new one, during that transitional period, you'll go back and forth. Often we get angry at ourselves because it's like, well, I know about the new, why aren't I doing it? I must not be good enough, or I must be a bad person. But that's silly because learning anything new takes time, and you go back and forth until you're strong in the new belief, until you've made a complete shift. You might start affirming something and doing well, then something happens and you say, oh, I can't do that. And it's your old worry habit. That's just a period of vacillation. It doesn't mean you haven't learned anything or that you're back where you started. It's just part of the transition. You're not settled in your new habit yet, and that takes time, practice, and patience. Be patient with yourself. You want to build yourself up instead of beating yourself up. Think about it. Do your thoughts build you up or beat you up? Beating yourself up isn't loving to yourself. Sometimes we don't need to make outward changes so much as to go within and alter what we already do just a little bit. Someone once told me they were thinking about a new apartment and worried there wouldn't be enough money. I suggested they start affirming that there would be plenty of money. It's a tiny change, almost just 2 words, but it's a small way of changing how you look at a situation. Another person in a lot of pain asked if there was another word they could use instead of pain. I remembered when I smashed my finger with a window and realized that if I gave in to it, I would have a very difficult time. So I started doing mental work immediately, referring to my finger as having a lot of sensation. Insisting on viewing it this way helped it heal much quicker and helped me handle what could have been incredibly painful, because I knew that altering my mind would help. If we can just alter the way we think a little bit, those of us who want to change are moving from an old order to a new order. Many things are happening on this planet. Things may not be so different than they used to be, but we seem to be more aware of them. I see things in the paper and think, oh my goodness, are we really doing that? And as I continue to read, it seems like we've been doing it for a long time, but it's coming to the surface now. We see more negativity, But if you want to clean your own mental house, you have to look and see what is there. You have to see your beliefs to know what to change. You can't clean out negativity if you don't see it. Cleaning your own house is the same. You have to look around to see where the dirt is. You have to pick things up, dust them, look around, polish them, or throw them out, but you have to see what's there. If we're going to go through a big transitional phase on this planet and help heal it, we need to look at what's happening. We need to see what's occurring and uncover the negativity that's been hidden for a long time. Now, part of this transitional phase, I think, is catalyzed by crises like AIDS. We want to create a world where it's safe for us to love each other, just to love each other, a world where we can be loved and accepted exactly as we are. That's what we wanted when we were little children. We wanted to be loved just as we were, even if we were too skinny, too heavy, not smart enough, or not like the person across the street. We still wanted to be loved, and it's the same thing we're looking for now. But we're not going to get this love and acceptance from others unless we give it to ourselves. When we feel good enough to be loved, others will love and accept us too. It's really that simple. We come to this planet to learn and practice unconditional love. It's not always easy, but that's what we're here for, to have unconditional love for ourselves, no matter what was said or done to us in the past, and to give that same unconditional love to others. Allow others to be who they are and get rid of this them and us mentality. It's not them and us, it's all us. We need to understand this. If we're going to heal this planet, we must know it's all us. And no groups are expendable or less than. There may be many people in so much pain that they're harmful to others, but if we understand that acts of violence come from traumatized individuals, we can change them. Teaching them to come from a loving space of the heart is key. You don't create wars and kill people, beat people, throw them into prisons, torture them, or do harmful things. You teach them to forgive and love themselves so they'll never do violent things again. People who love themselves cannot hurt themselves or others. That's the answer to world peace, harmony, and all sorts of wonderful things. Like helping as many people as possible learn to love who they are is very simple. That's my work in this world, to help people love themselves so we can get to this new order of unconditional love, peace, and plenty for everyone. Like, I know it's possible if we can just get the nonsense out of the way. When we leave the planet, the only thing we take with us is our capacity to love. We take our capacity to love and nothing else. Not our relationships, automobiles, bank accounts, or jobs, just our capacity to love. We have many opportunities to open our hearts on a much deeper level than we have. Love is the answer. It's powerful. It helps us and others. How do you give love to the world? What are you doing to create your own inner harmony? What do you do daily to make yourself feel good inside? Sitting and thinking about what you don't have doesn't change the situation. You're not going to change things by being mad at yourself or others, blaming people, or playing the victim. So what do you do? How do you express unconditional love in your life, even in small ways? Is there a small area where you're willing to give unconditional love? How are you experiencing peace within you and around you? If you're not doing it now, are you willing to start? Are you willing to create inner harmony and peace? Start with small steps. Each day, practice thoughts that uplift and support you. When you catch yourself thinking negatively, gently steer your thoughts toward positivity. Affirm that you have plenty when worried about finances. Focus on sensations without labeling them negatively when feeling pain. These small changes can create a ripple effect in your life. Change is not always linear. You may take 2 steps forward and 1 step back. That's natural. Be kind to yourself during these times. Understand that change is a journey, not a destination. Celebrate your progress, no matter how small it may seem. Surround yourself with positivity. Uplifting music, inspiring books, and positive affirmations can help. Create an environment that supports your growth and reinforces your new mindset. Consider the company you keep. Spend time with people who uplift and support you. Those who understand and encourage your journey towards positive change can make a significant difference. If there are individuals in your life who are negative or unsupportive, it might be time to set boundaries. Protect your energy and focus on what serves your highest good. And self-care is also essential. Take time to nurture yourself. Engage in activities that bring you joy and relaxation, such as spending time in nature, practicing mindfulness, or engaging in creative pursuits. Taking care of your physical, emotional, and spiritual well-being is crucial during times of transition. The most important thing is to start. You don't need to make drastic changes overnight. Begin with small, manageable steps. Affirmations, positive thinking, and self-care can help you move from fear to love, from negativity to positivity. The journey may be challenging, but the rewards are immense. As you continue this journey, you'll find that you're not only transforming your own life, but also contributing to the collective energy of the world. By choosing love over fear, positivity over negativity, you're helping to create a better world for everyone. In conclusion, the simple step to achieve anything you desire is to change your mindset. Embrace the power within you to transform your thoughts and beliefs. Start with small steps. Practice positivity. Surround yourself with supportive people and take care of yourself. Change may be challenging, but it's also the path to a fulfilling, joyful life. You have the power to create the life you want, starting from within. Take that first step today and watch how your world transforms.